In just 5 weeks, a brand new ETF has done something that many ETFs have never done before. In the first 5 days, this ETF had about $1 billion in assets under management. After 5 weeks, today, it's got over $6 billion in assets under management. It launched on April 2nd of 2026, and right now, it is up almost 100% in price return only. This ETF is called DRAM. Now, you guys may not know what DRAM is, but by the end of this video, you may be wanting to know, is it too late to buy, or is it the good time to buy right now?
This video is purely educational content. It should not be considered personal finance advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and I don't know your financial situation, risk tolerance, or even investment goals. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, and always do your own research and consider consulting with a qualified financial professional before making any investment. All right, let's get on to the video.
Hey guys, my name is Steve and I run the Frugal Expat website where we try to help people to save more and invest better. And today we're talking about the hottest ETF on the market right now, and that is DRAM, D-R-A-M, from Roundhill. This ETF is a little bit different and it's kind of hitting the news really hot right now. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about what is DRAM. We're going to be talking about if it is too late to buy it, or is it the right time to buy it? We're also going to be talking about the memory sector going on in AI right now, and we're also going to be seeing, is this a good portion to put in your portfolio? All right, let's get down to it and let's dive in. So what exactly is DRAM? DRAM is dynamic random access memory. This is a type of high-speed chips that computers use to process data at a high-speed rate. So without it, nothing runs really smoothly. And we're talking about different types of memory. In a lot of AI centers, a lot of computers, a lot of everything needs these type of chips for memory, for RAM, for GPUs, CPUs. We're talking about companies like Micron. We're talking about companies like SK Hynix, Samsung, SanDisk, Western Digital, Seagate. These are all different types of memory companies. And you may be wondering why we're talking about that. Well, first of all, if you have thought about trying to buy maybe a brand new SSD, you may be wondering why the price is so high. That's because there's a memory shortage. Me personally, I tried to go buy a Samsung S7 SSD 1TB drive that I bought in November of 2024. I bought it for about $100. I looked on Amazon, it was $300. I was like, what is going on with these memory chips? Well, the thing is, AI data centers need more memory. Computers and different companies need more memory. And so a lot of these companies have already ran out of basically the memory for 2026 and up to 2027. So a lot of companies are putting in more and more money to get 5 to 10 years of memory out in the next couple years. And so a lot of these companies are kind of running out of memory. So one fun company in particular, Roundhill, decided to create an ETF that has basically the top memory companies within one position. And that ETF is called DRAM, which basically is an ETF that tracks all these memory companies all in one ETF. So it has about a 0.65% expense ratio, which means it costs about $65 for every $10,000 invested. It's got about 14 to 17 different companies within this portfolio, with the top 10 making up about 97% of the portfolio. Now we've got Samsung and SK Hynix being some of the top 2 with about 20 to 25%. Micron is in that top 3, making that 20-25%. Then you have SanDisk, Western Digital, you have Seagate as part of those, and some other different companies in the top 10. So Micron alone is up about 167% year to date, with the 1 year being around 750% up. And then you have SanDisk. SanDisk is up pretty high in 2026, but 1 year alone, it's been up 3,600%. Now these are two different American companies that you can buy and hold, and you can also get into them individually right now. Now one company in particular is hard to get into is SK Hynix, because it's not on the stock exchange. Now it's going to enter the US stock exchange in June, and so with DRAM, you're able to already have it now, and when it hits June, it's going to skyrocket even more. You can also get SK Hynix with EWY, which happens to be a South Korean ETF, and so that's going to also have Samsung as well. But with DRAM, you're getting all the memory companies all in one ETF. and you're getting a high concentration of some of the top ones. And so you're able to kind of take advantage of that right there. Now let's talk about the bull case for DRAM and why everybody is diving in to this ETF right now. So AI data centers need GPUs. GPUs are created by NVIDIA. Now NVIDIA is skyrocketing anyway, but here's the thing about memory. GPUs are quite useless. And so you need memory within these, and that's where DRAM comes in. Now, Goldman Sachs has predicted that global DRAM supply gap will expand about 4.9% this year alone, which is the biggest gap in the last 15 years. And the bad news is that Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron are all booked out until 2027. Well, I mean, that's not bad news, but I mean, as you can see that the huge opportunity right there, huge gap in both of all these companies. And what we need is we need more memory. We need more memory chips. And it takes about 4 to 5 years before you can start a brand new fab. And so these companies are gonna have to continue to produce and produce. And a lot more companies like Microsoft, Google, Meta, and all these companies are investing into these chip companies and putting money in to buy supplies before it gets bottlenecked even more. And so that's a huge reason why DRAM is actually going up right now, year to date in the last 1 year. Now, analysts are seeing semiconductors being part of this hyper cycle with the AI movement going on. Now, AI data centers need memory, AI data centers need chips. And with all these kind of skyrocketing right now, it is hard to see that there is no ETF that actually tracks memory. Now, Roundhill came out with this in April and is the only ETF tracking these memory companies. And another factor to kind of put into place is the SK Hynix factor. Now, SK Hynix is the largest holding within this portfolio, and SK Hynix cannot be traded on the US market right now. So in June and July of 2026, SK Hynix will be able to be on the US market, and they're going to be putting out about $10 billion worth of stocks out there. And so this could be a huge catalyst for this ETF. So if you're buying this ETF today, you are able to kind of have it before it kind of skyrockets and booms in the near future. So this could be a great ETF to buy and hold for the future and to kind of take advantage of this memory cycle right now. Hey guys, if you really like this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and we are trying to create a community. And also, if you wanted, you could also join as part of a YouTube membership. I already have a bunch of different members, just like El Patron Alfredo. Thank you for always buying some memberships for other people. But right now we are trying to build some memberships right there, and I'm doing some live streams with those guys. So if you want to be a part of those live streams, if you want to be a part of the membership, join down below. It's only like $2.99. So that's like a cup of coffee a week, and you're only doing it for 1 month. So it's only $2.99 a month. So join down below as a YouTube member, join with some membership posts, membership live streams, and help support this channel to continue to grow for the future. All right, let's get back to the video. Now, the question is it too late to buy into DRAM? Now, that is a very good question, and that should be a question that we have to look at. Now, the thesis is real. The thesis of having a huge gap and a huge supply gap right now with memory is true. The thing about SK Hynix is true. Now, the question is it already too late to invest in? You know, I was thinking investing into SanDisk about January, and I was like, oh, maybe it's too high right now. And at that point, it was at $600. I was thinking about Micron. I was selling some puts on it in the fall, and at that point, Micron was sitting at $285, $290, and now it's sitting at $800. SanDisk is sitting at about $1,500. So the question is it too late to invest in these memory chip companies, or is it too late to invest in DRAM as it's already up 99% when I'm recording this video? Now, I want to give you the honest answer because that's what this channel is about. It's trying to give you guys very real, honest answers and thesis on what you guys could be doing with your money. Now, the bull reason why it may not be too late is because since all these companies are really sold out until about 2027, 2028, companies like Microsoft and Google are buying contracts for these companies. The thing is right now, it may not be too late. And I've seen a lot of analysts saying that Micron could hit above $1,000, maybe $1,200. The PE ratio is way down, and there's just so much demand for memory, not only for computers, AI data centers, or even SSD drives, which power a lot of things, but there's this huge demand for all of these things right now. So do I think that it's too late? Well, that's up to you. Personally, I am starting to invest in DRAM myself. I am buying in Micron, I am buying in DRAM, the ETF, and so I think that right now we are at maybe a middle level. Maybe it would have been easier to buy it maybe 6 months ago, but right now is a time that a lot of people are talking about it, and the potential with SK Hynix going on to the US market in June and July is the potential to see that this ETF could skyrocket even more. Now, a bear case for this is that memory is cyclical. So right now there's a bottleneck gap right now going on, but at some point memory is going to catch up, the supply is going to be up, and then these things are going to even out. Another thing is that maybe this ETF came out when everything is starting to skyrocket, and so maybe if you get in early, maybe if you got in like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe you would have saw huge upswings, and maybe everything kind of evens out. Who knows? But here's the thing, I think that we still have a little bit room to go. We still have some room to continue to grow. I mean, Micron is sitting at 800 as I'm recording this. It could be 1,000 when you guys are watching this. It could be at 1,200, 1,500. I don't know. But right now could be a good time to buy this. And if you're looking for something to add to your portfolio that may be a little bit more speculative, maybe trying to catch on a little bit of a trend, DRAM could be an ETF where you get a piece of Samsung, you get a piece of SK Hynix, you get a piece of Micron, SanDisk, Seagate, and Western Digital right in one place. Now, the expense ratio could be cheaper. I mean, you could go with an EWY and then buy Micron by itself, but Micron's getting a little expensive. And you could also add some SanDisk as well, but you could buy all of these all in one ETF right now. Now, of course, we also have to look at some risk. Like I said, there always is a bear case. Now, some risk with this ETF is you got a high expense ratio. You could get a cheaper one. You could go with like an SMH and then add some other DRAM companies within that, kind of making that portion of your portfolio. You could also go with like a PSI that may have some of these already in there and kind of building on that. You could also throw in a possibility of doing it yourself and making your own kind of ETF by buying some Micron, buying some SanDisk, and some others into your portfolio. Those are all possibilities. Another risk could be that maybe the market could take a little bit of a downturn. Everything seems really hot, and maybe people start selling off, and maybe the top is already here. Maybe there's a huge concentration risk, and maybe some of these companies may not go as well as they're doing right now. There are a couple risks, of course, and that's why I say this is like a speculative play. Personally, I like this memory. I like semiconductors, and I've watched Micron go from 285 all the way to 800, and I started investing in it when it was at 650. Now, does that mean I was too late? Well, no, it's still up high, and so there's still potential that it could continue to grow. Now, for you got to make the decision for yourself. You could go with maybe buying these individual companies or go with a simple ETF like DRAM. DRAM is that ETF where you can get all of them all in one place, and it may not be too late right now, and that's the good news is maybe you could start investing today, and hopefully in the future that continues to grow as the memory space continues to grow. Now, I always think about the cyclical things because in maybe 2027, 2028, it could reverse when memory supply gets way back up and everything gets a little bit cheaper. And so you just got to take a look at what the ETF is doing right now and kind of managing that risk when the memory kind of starts to come down a little bit more in the near future. So let me know in the comments, are you buying any DRAM ETF? Are you holding it right now? And if you've bought it, let me know. If you have some other ETFs that maybe I should kind of take a look at, let me know in the comments. And make sure to check out this video on some of the top semiconductor ETFs for 2026 right up here. And I'll see you guys in our next video.